Dun dun dun. What's going on, you guys? The Keith Carnes here, and this is an interesting topic. Welcome to Unsolved Mystery Talk. Now, you're probably, if you're a subscriber, actually, you're probably not thinking this, but just in case you have thought of it, you're probably wondering to yourself, why is this not on Monday's show tomorrow? Why is this not under Is It Real? Well, you're kind of right. It can be classified of Is It Real? But the fact of the matter is, I thought it would be better as an unsolved mystery topic, because there is a ton of people who believe in it, believe it or not. And I'm talking, of course, as you see in the title above, Mothman. Now, I know what you're thinking. You probably chuckled even. Give me a break. It's bullshit. That's probably what's on your mind right now, and I understand that. The thing about it, though, is that there's been so many sightings. There's been some cool pictures on the internet. Of course, they can be faker than a $3 bill. But what matters is that it has so many witnesses that I was like, you know what? I'm not going to put that in the Is It Real category. I'm going to go ahead and put that on my Unsolved Mystery list. And it's finally here. I remember writing this on my list like 2 months ago. So I've been waiting to do this one for you guys. So let's jump into it, shall we? If you're not familiar with the quote-unquote Mothman, it all originated during this one very famous bridge collapse. Now, I didn't do research on the bridge collapse because I don't really think you give that much of a shit. If you do, I apologize, but it's pretty easy to find information on Mothman because it's pretty popular. Anyway, back to topic. Back to the topic at hand. A lot of people contribute this bridge collapse. Like I said, that is very well known in history. And the reason they blame the collapse for on him is because a lot of people, multiple people of this town, city, I'm not sure, I think it was a town, have claimed to have seen Mothman during the event. Now, I've seen some pictures on the internet, and they are really, really cool pictures, and I want so much to believe that it's truly Mothman. But, of course, you have to be a skeptic. You have to be a skeptic when it comes to the internet and videos. Even the videos on YouTube. I've seen some great fakes out there that I would almost say are real, but you have to realize that probably about 99% of the videos you see are exactly that. They're complete bullshit. And it's really sad to say that, but it is. And that's just, you know, like they say, and I love this saying, it is what it is. So don't always believe what you see right away. But I'm kind of going off track here. I apologize. So Mothman, he pretty much originated out of this collapse. People blamed it on Mothman. A lot of people were like, you know, come on, shut up. You know, it's just a fairy tale. You know, that's like saying a Yeti caused it, a Bigfoot caused it. You know, any of your other little mystical creatures, if you will. But the sightings continue to rise and rise and rise and rise. And now it's to the point where there are tons and tons of documented sightings. And there were some really, like I said, I don't mean to sound like a broken record, but there's a lot of pictures out there on the internet that will make you go, whoa, man, that almost looks real. And maybe they are, you never know. But Mothman has always kind of intrigued me, because it's something that I think in a way it would be cool if it was proven to be real, but I think it'd be kind of scary because that motherfucker flies, and that motherfucker huge. Sorry, I went a little ghetto there. And, you know, I think that's really what it comes down to, is that you have to realize and understand and realize that, you know, for something so big that flies in the air, there's only so many places it can be to hide itself. It's possible, but it would have to have the proper intelligence to understand and realize it needs to hide. It needs to keep away to the point where the human race cannot the human species, I'm sorry, cannot go to the point of capturing one of me, or trying to capture me. But it is possible. You know, like I've told you guys many times in this series, well, actually, Is It Real? But, you know, like I said, I always keep my mind open This one here, I don't really have much of an opinion because I don't really have much to go on. You know, I've covered a lot of mythical stuff over on Is It Real? And I've covered some interesting stuff here on Unsolved Mystery Talk. It's just, it's really one that I really just don't know. Like I said, there's a lot of telling stuff out there. There's a lot of telling evidence, so to speak. But not really enough for me to actually make somewhat of an opinion. I really don't know. I'm open to it. It sounds cool. But I'm not going to rule it as real, and I'm not going to rule it as bullshit. So I don't know. You know, in the comments below, you guys can tell me your thoughts and opinions. I welcome them gratefully. I love reading your guys' comments, except for the occasional douchebag we get in here, but that comes with the territory. And yeah, I guess that's about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Unsolved Mystery Talk. And tomorrow we'll have a new episode of Is It Real? And yeah, I guess that's about it. So you guys take care. You guys have a great, assuming you're watching this on Sunday, December 2nd, you guys have a great and safe December 2nd. And that's about it. So, alright, I'm going to go. Peace.